Welcome to Nicholas Adoko blog series. What makes the mind such a powerful tool? The mind is a fantastically powerful tool. We have the ability to think happy thoughts, realistic thoughts, and bad thoughts. Some thoughts pass us by quickly and are forgotten, while others remain anchored, and it is the latter that fundamentally defines us. A half-full or half-empty glass. When it's raining, for example, an optimist will say, "I'm sure it'll clear up." A realist will say, "It was actually forecast to rain," and a pessimist person will wonder, "Are we insured for flood damage?" When the brain expects treatment to work, it releases healing chemicals into the bloodstream which aid in the healing process. This is called the placebo effect. Likewise, the inverse is as true and powerful. When the brain anticipates that therapy will fail, it will. The nocebo effect is what it's called. But you have influence over your thoughts, and what you think about becomes you. The secret power of the mind is that tiny kernel of truth. The mind is easily influenced. It learns from our previous behaviors and gives us internal advice on how to react in different scenarios. Most people blindly follow this advice, never attempting to interrupt the pattern, even if its consequences are always unfavorable. Human beings, according to the Bhagavad Gita, are spiritual beings in their essence, possessing both mind and body. Because of our intimate affiliation with the mind, when it is disturbed, it affects our normal functioning. This is what causes a person's mental state to deteriorate in any way. So learning to steer the mind in the appropriate direction and correcting our identification with it, is the only way to break free from such persistent negativity. Mind versus brain. The brain and the mind are linked. The majority of individuals do not distinguish between the terms mind and brain. The majority of scientists and philosophers believe that the brain and the mind are inextricably linked. These two terms are frequently used interchangeably. While the brain is considered a physical entity, the mind is considered mental. The brain is made up of nerve cells and blood arteries, but the mind is different. The mind, unlike the brain, does not have a distinct shape. The brain can be seen and touched, but this is not feasible with the mind. The brain, as the nerve system's control center, coordinates movements, thoughts, and feelings. However, these are expressed or felt through the mind. To think, feel, and respond, we all use our minds. The mind is a person's perception of things as well as his conscience. A person's mental process is also referred to as the mind. The brain has a certain location in the head, but the mind is not restricted to it. Your mind's intellect pervades every cell in your body, not just brain cells. In other words, your mind has incredible control over all the other body systems. How the power of the mind can affect your life. We all have our own minds, capable of imagining life the way we want it to be. We have the ability to say yes or no to the millions of options we face every day. Of course, saying no is sometimes necessary, else we wouldn't accomplish anything. However, the most successful people say yes to everything in life. They are receptive to new ideas. They feel they have the ability to modify their circumstances. They aren't afraid to fail or try new things. Many of the most successful firms, in fact, reward employees who have the confidence to attempt new things, even if they fail, because many of the things we term failures turn out to be incredibly successful. Positive thinking does not imply that you disregard the unpleasant aspects of life. Positive thinking simply means approaching unpleasant situations in a more positive and productive manner. You expect the best, not the worst, to happen. Self-talk is a common starting point for positive thinking. The unending stream of unsaid thoughts that go through your head is known as self-talk. These thoughts might be either favorable or negative. Logic and reason play a role in some of your self-talk. Other self-talk may stem from misunderstandings you acquire as a result of a lack of facts or expectations based on previous notions about what might happen. If the majority of your thoughts are negative, your attitude on life is most certainly gloomy. If you think largely positively, you're probably an optimist or someone who believes in positive thinking. How do you train your mind to think positive? A simple principle can be used to help you train your mind to think positively. Your mind is capable of focusing on only one notion at a time. All you have to do is keep it focused on positive ideas, until you construct the same neural connections that you do when you start a new habit. Positive affirmations, which are positive statements that may be repeated over and over to educate you on how to eliminate negative ideas and foster a positive attitude, can be used when trying to produce happy ideas. I also find that motivation from inspiring quotations and messages is really helpful. Remember that your reaction to a terrible occurrence is what ultimately determines the outcome. When such occurrences occur, always look for a positive answer or optimistic lesson. Make the decision to perceive your glass as half full rather than half empty from now on. Rather than stressing or complaining about the things they lack, happy people give appreciation for the numerous gifts in their lives. Assume that everyone around you has the best of intentions. The majority of individuals are decent, honest, and trying to do the best they can. You will nearly always discover something positive in their comments and deeds if you look for it. Finally, no matter what occurs, resolve to be pleasant. When things go wrong, it's crucial to keep a positive attitude. Effects of a positive mindset on one's life. 1. People who have a positive mindset are able to expand on their skills. You will regard things as going well if you are not focused on the bad parts of a scenario or circumstances. This gives you the mental room to explore your own abilities and accept learning. These folks can, for example, use the time to expand their skill set for future use, or they might rest and relax to replenish their energy after exerting high levels of effort. 2. A positive mindset is contagious. Have you ever met someone who seems to be constantly unhappy? How excited were you to have to meet with that individual or collaborate on a project with them? Most likely not much. This is because people's emotions can spread. The good news is that this works both ways. Having a pleasant, positive attitude toward your coworkers and superiors fosters an overall good mindset. This also helps you to be seen as a valuable and healthy member of the team, rather than just another cog in the machine. 3. A positive mindset gives you a broader vision. Challenges are viewed differently by someone with a positive outlook. They may see these obstacles as chances and accept them as benefits because they already have a peaceful, thankful, and open attitude. 4. Being positive changes your focus. We are frequently our own harshest critics. We have a tendency to punish ourselves for mistakes and failings, which can lead to a downward spiral. Positive people, on the other hand, are able to focus more on their accomplishments, which keeps them focused on their goals. Furthermore, being positive entails accepting setbacks and flaws as lessons to be learned rather than mocking oneself. A positive outlook increases self-confidence in various ways. 5. Positivity creates a trustworthy reputation. When you can advocate for yourself in a positive way, it is much easier to gain support from coworkers and superiors. You've demonstrated your capacity to turn difficult situations around with a positive attitude, which means you're more likely to acquire the attention and support you need to advance. It's crucial to remember that being optimistic does not imply being unrealistic. We often hear experts preach about the power of vision and how merely visualizing your success will manifest it, yet such optimism is unrealistic. Final thoughts. The mind is indeed very powerful. It has the power to heal and destroy, to make and break. Your whole life, no matter how challenging, can be a happy one if you know how to tap into the power of the mind. All you need to do is to view the glass as half full in every situation. It is much easier said than done, especially when heart-sinking occurrences like the loss of a parent or heartbreak happens, but is possible. Kindly like and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more content. After subscribing, click on the bell icon to get notified when we post a new video. Thanks for watching. I hope it was helpful. Let me tell you a little bit about Nicholas Adoko Technologies. We help businesses and companies build an online presence by developing web, mobile, desktop, and blockchain applications. As a company, we work with your budget in developing your ideas and projects beautifully and elegantly, as well as participate in the growth of your business. We do a lot of freelance work in various sectors such as blockchain, booking, e-commerce, education, online games, voting and payments. Our ability to provide the needed resources to help clients develop their software packages for their targeted audience on schedule is unmatched. Be sure to contact us if you need our services. We are readily available. Contact us via our website at nicholasadoko.com.